Hello everybody and welcome to the latest Worlds of ZZT livestream. We are continuing our journey through ZOZ today. And once again, we do have Will here on mic. Let's see if
Hello, everyone.
There we go. Our volume all thumbs up.
Are we good?
I think we're good. The
All right, let me
little
go ahead.
bars look good, but I want chat to confirm for me.
Sounds right.
I'm being told double good. 2 thumbs up.
Oh, newspeak. I did not know that Bob was a member of the community of 1984 enthusiasts.
Well, who isn't these days? Alright, so if you missed out last week, well, you missed a good amount of stuff. We've got a deck of cards here, among other
Yep.
things.
Yeah, we got cards, we got squirrels.
Jump right into this. You know, I was doing laundry this week actually, and walked around a corner, and simultaneously, me and a squirrel gave each other heart attacks. I was very glad they did not have a gun.
Yeah, there's a couple squirrels that I would prefer not be armed as well in my my neighborhood.
Okay, we can see our progress here. We've got 12 out of 11 health, which is always a promising sign.
Mm-hmm.
When we last left off, we have discovered this false village, as it was described, and I was specifically told to save this scroll until this stream, so why don't we get right to it. Oh no! I understand why now. How's the ZZT volume? That seemed slightly loud. Squirp. Oh, that's worse. Alright, so we've got our assortment of cards here. It just does what it says in the order it says to do it. So I will boost some defense and beat up a squirp.
Yeah, this is one of the filter fights, I think. So in chapter 1, there are 3 places where somebody could be sort of turned around and end up having to learn how to use the respawn system. The first is the Zip Zap quest. And the second one is here with these squirps. And they're just a little bit more difficult than the fights around them. So here you can see we gotta start taking damage right away.
I think this is our first, like, real ambush, too, isn't it?
Yep.
We did not have the opportunity to just try and evade these creatures until it was a bit too late.
Yeah, and this will be our first status effect that's not weakness, I think.
Sleep. Am I asleep? Oh, it looks like I lose. Do I lose one action? Or one card to play?
You do. You lose half your actions rounded up.
Alright, well, that makes this one pretty useless.
Yep.
What was flow again? I remember scrap.
Flow means a free card.
Free card. Okay, well, that's not gonna. Or no, I guess it is kind of here.
Yeah. Because you'll draw and flow.
Alright, that's actually a bit of an improvement on my all-out offense.
Yep. Okay, well, that's not too bad. Yeah, looks like you're kind of getting your legs underneath you now.
Yeah, I somewhat know what I'm doing.
Yeah, get one more shot at it.
Well, that's something. Get some defense up here. This is going to be a silly question, Did I just not notice my trinkets like flashing at all in the first stream? Because I just noticed it like now.
Yeah, when they actively provide their passive ability. So, no, that's weird. But when they actually activate their passive ability, then they flash in front of you.
Ah, okay.
So you might not have noticed it because there weren't opportunities necessarily. If you don't stack any beta, then the blue trinket doesn't activate. If you already are at 3 alpha, then the alpha trinket doesn't activate, etc.
Okay.
So they don't flash all the time, even if the conditions are right. It's only when they actually provide a real benefit.
Alright, now I'm still surrounded by several of these creatures. Oh, I gotta get my prize
Ooh.
first.
Oh,
This-
you got 2 really good ones. Bolt
This
goes
seems
up to
solid.
9. As soon as you hit like turn 3, Bolt basically pins at 9.
Yeah, both of these seem pretty legit.
And 8 is just Shock's 8 right out of the gate. So Shock was the most buffed card in the balance patch. It was only attack 6 before.
Yeah, I think that definitely would have impacted my decision here. If that was still the old numbers. Oh good, you're running away. I mean, I still want to beat everything up. What's our EV over there also?
Oh, that's your evade meter. So you've built
Oh,
up
that's right,
evade
I
by
can run
defending
away now.
attacks.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep. So evade will appear on the right-hand side of your card list if your evade meter is full. So once you've completed this initial set of attacks, then if you have full evade, then the evade card will appear. Yep.
There we go.
There it is.
I can escape. Let's escape.
Yep.
I don't think I went into the... Or no, I did. You don't go inside. You just get to listen. Sorry,
Yep.
I got my goldfish memory here. Actually, let me
Getting back into...
take advantage of my goldfish memory by seeing what I'm up to with my journal.
Oh, yeah.
Yes,
Squarmel's got a reward for you.
Investigate Tinja to the northwest. Some squirrels are running a shakedown. Oh, you know what? Oh, I'll get to that in a minute. I realized something very silly after the first stream when I was uploading the video. All of my like manually taken screenshots, not one of them was in battle. I did a very bad job.
Well, luckily you'll have opportunities to take screenshots of the battles.
Hopefully.
There are definitely more to come.
Problem is, after a week break, I forget what tree I need to go to. Was it the big tree at like the start, the exit of the quarry?
Yep, it's a little bit east of you.
Okay.
That's one thing that I really wanted to do, is I wanted to have a mini map where it showed, similar to Phoebus, it showed the whole map as sort of a
like
one screen.
that was a super helpful feature in that game.
Yeah, it really helped you get your bearings.
All right, we've defeated the big bad.
Excellent. And he gives us an acorn.
All right,
Love that.
always good to see.
But I think, oh yeah, it's we're headed in the general direction of Tinjaw, which is sort of in the top left corner, northwest of the map. But I don't remember what Chimunk wants in terms of cars. Oh, does he want Spark?
Does it say on here?
No, you have to visit him to find out.
Spark,
Wants
yes.
Spark. So if we get flush with attacks and Spark ends up not being as viable, I mean, we're pretty close. Because you've got Shock and Macro and Crash, all of which I think are, and Push, which are better than Spark most of the time.
Yeah, we're definitely hitting that point where some of these cards are less exciting to see show up than others.
Mm-hmm.
Why not? Let's just go for it while I'm here.
Okay, now he's asking for a guard. I don't remember which, but the one of these top two treasures is not a treasure at all. Or maybe it's in the yeah.
Oh,
So he's really sent you.
there I am. My brain is still looking for white on blue. I'm like, oh no, which am I? Where am I?
So these are really dangerous enemies here. You probably don't want to run into them just yet. This is not a bad spot.
Oh, well, I got money. Ah, thank you. Spin pod. Insert valuables and spin. Win big. Good sign.
So
Gotcha.
this gotcha machine, the entrance collapses pretty early on in the game's progression. So as soon as you progress the story at all, this will collapse. So this is your only opportunity to enter the spin pod, is right before you progress the story in Tinjaw.
Always gotta assume I'll be lucky. Oh, this is fun. I actually get to press the button to turn it. What'd I get?
Oh, that's a very nice
Okay.
prize.
The Alpha Star of your turn, draw a card. Oh, wow, yes, I will take this.
Excellent. What did you have to give up for it?
We will find out. This currently selected card with a key tech minute or demo card at random.
Yeah, this is percent function. I forgot to name this one.
Oh, well, sometimes.
I know.
That's okay. Listen, just say it's an inside joke. We just don't get the
look
reference.
at everybody in the chat. None of the testers found this. I think one tester found this place.
I remember my like teenage ZZT grand ambitions being like, I will have 2 sets of testers. I will have one side provide a walkthrough to, and the other side just say, go nuts. But, well, you know how those things go.
Yeah, I think there wasn't anything that was not found by anyone, but this was definitely one of the ones that wasn't found by almost anyone. So you can actually drain this gotcha if you like.
I don't know if I want to press my luck, though. What did I lose? I'm not actually sure. Anybody
Looks
catch
like
that?
you lost. I don't know. Did you still have an Aegis or Cloud?
I'm honestly unsure. We only did like, it's been a week and we only did one battle, one card game.
I know. Well,
Uh-oh. Stuck here forever.
you can't leave if you don't turn off the lights.
How dare you? Alright.
Oh no! It costs $2.49 to leave.
Wow. I just wasn't even paying. Uh-oh. Well, these do look a lot scarier than what I've been fighting, that's for sure. Okay,
Very nice. This will be an interesting experience. I'm not exactly sure how this will shake out.
Okay.
this may very well be where we become familiarized with the respawn system.
I have a hunch. Summon? That's a new term. These are not exactly the strongest of attacks yet.
No, not quite.
Actually.
Acorn's nice.
Yeah, I didn't actually see. Heal yourself for 1 health and scrap. Okay. That's probably gonna become relevant, actually.
Yep. There's a good chance that you'll be burning through a lot of your active trinkets to get through this fight. That being said, the drop tables on this particular board are the second best drop tables in the game. So there's a possibility that if you survive the fight that you end up with a really great card on the other end.
Let me look at my trinkets, because I've been neglecting those. I haven't had a chance to really need them. Especially actively, at least. Green's nothing relevant there.
Yep. Cyan's good. Cyan is basically an extra life because if you've burnt, if you've burnt all your coins to get 10 health, Cyan trinket will give you another 100 coins, which will give you another shot at it.
That's always good. Yeah, this is a very pretty game, as if you were here for me saying that, oops, I forgot to take any screenshots of the battle scenes. It was all just taking like pictures of nature instead.
Red trinket very powerful as well, especially on your macro card, because it sets both the attack and defense to 15 on the macro. And then purple will be useful, especially if you get a so Screeks here is about to put a very nasty card into your deck and it won't leave. But the active purple ability will let you replace it with a rare card from the second batch or heap 20. And white is another extra life. So you have got a good chance of getting through this, actually.
Is there a question mark after the attack?
Yeah, because it's gonna give you, it's gonna attack for 5 and it's gonna put a card in your deck.
Ah.
So it's 5 plus status.
So what color was the cyan for this one? I was gonna make it 15-15.
Oh, that's red trinket will make that 15-15. But right now you probably will save that because these guys will eventually hit you for big numbers. Might be a good opportunity to get that merge out of your deck because it's not going to be useful for much longer.
Hmm. Oh boy.
Yeah, the Subknot is going to continue to summon Nereus, and these Nereus pods are going to start exploding.
Ah, well.
Interesting. Yeah, so now you'd be taking 8. That you could take the Subknot out and defend by putting the red trinket on macro. There's a number of options you've got here.
Let's see if that'll save me. Red. It's the number too big to display.
Yeah, so you could dump it. You could dump it all into the Screeks here, which would actually be pretty good. And then, yeah, because the Subknot's going to lose its. So this virus here, that's basically the worst card in the game.
Deal 2 damage to yourself. Automatically played. Well,
Yeah. So this is a situation where that purple trinket is really, really useful because you can actually just turn that virus straight into a rare card.
I want to do that. I don't have any attacks on the board here right now.
Yep. Excellent.
Any days, prevent them from performing any actions. That's good.
Yeah. So that'll keep Screeks from putting any more cards in your deck, which will be nice. The other option is to run Model, which will give you another card draw and a free play.
The enemy cannot be dazed.
Oh no!
You tricked me.
I should have read the description. I couldn't remember. So what's in your deck currently?
We've got.
Oh, okay. So it'll
Nothing.
shuffle your deck when you run it. When you run Model, it'll shuffle the deck, so you'll have your full deck available. Which means you could draw a model. You could draw a macro again, or you could draw that. You could draw a model again.
Keep on modeling.
Oh, not on Screeks, I guess. Okay, here we go.
All right, this is a little nicer. Okay.
Yeah.
I just now hit my first screenshot button during a card game. Because it feels like I am playing a card game more than I am playing like a ZZT hit F12 game.
Fair enough. All right, well, Screeks can leave. That'd be really helpful.
That seems good, yes.
No more nasty cards in the deck. That's all you can do because you're asleep. And interesting. Yeah, disc might get you that 8 attack again.
Oh, yes, it
there
did.
it is. Awesome. Well, now everything is coming up roses.
This thing has yet to explode.
Yeah, it'll say danger when it's getting ready to go. There it is. So it does 10 damage, and you have a moon with defense for 9, so this thing has nothing on you. You can press down twice to end the turn.
Oh yeah, I guess it is just gonna.
Brilliant.
Take itself out.
All right.
So sorry, folks. I've been neglecting looking at chat right now. I'm focused here, but thank you for the gift sub, Green Herring to Ellipses, and also thank you to Boot Blacking for following earlier at the start of the stream. I think that's all our notifications. Thank you for the support.
All right, interesting.
Let's
Rest
see,
is a good one.
That's 7. How'd you come up with some of these names? Rest is pretty straightforward, but like, well, I guess train is training. My brain here is like, ah, yes, a train, a freight train. Attack up, alpha up. That's what trains mean. And sometimes you drive, you know.
I did try to come. I mean, there is a vaguely cyberpunk, overarching theme, I think, for the whole set.
Yeah, we got shock,
push,
crash,
merge. So
disc.
push and merge is get. Moon and Sun, are the 2 rare morph cards with straight defense and attack. Yeah.
Acorn Electron.
Yep.
Let's take that rest.
So this is the other side of the pass where Father Kite is sitting. So as you can see, there's a whole big pile of marauders that can't quite make it up the hill. They're
Still
just
kicking.
too broken. They're all too rusted.
Excuse me, one moment. Okay, get some water there.
All right, now just smack him straight down.
Easy enough.
Out he goes. So this is why he's not having any trouble. That is the thing, I think.
So not a
And
treasure.
this little building is actually quite nice to find right here.
Ooh, a heart.
Kind of perfectly placed.
There's a
Go me.
transfuser here. We've seen diagrams of them in the mysteries. You didn't think anyone had actually built one. They're supposed to be dangerous. Wonder who might have built this and put it out here. You'd have thought the sea would ruin a construction like this, but it appears to be in good order. Would you like to use the transfuser?
Oh heavens, yes.
I don't know what that means, but sure. Alright, I'm getting all the health now. This is going to be my deathless run.
No, it is entirely possible. There's been 2 deathless runs so far.
See, now that I just said that, I'm like, should I actually go out and fight whatever this is?
You probably would be fine.
Take a quick look at these surroundings. I have no idea where I am in the greater world. Ooh. Memories.
Oh, a turtle.
Oh, actually, never mind. I do know where I am, kind of. Also, that's a fantastic turtle.
Which one is that? Is that Cornelius?
Oh,
That's Caldwell. Got it. I forget where I placed them.
so we've heard about this place before.
Yep.
No memories. If you're gotten into an atemporal vortex that can ruin your day. Those memories are not gone. Oh no. Capture them in a commemorative frame and you can take home. You visit us anytime you lose a good memory to an atemporal vortex. Open 24/7.
Patrick Starfish Jr. I don't remember who said it, but somebody said that they got real Bikini Bottom vibes off of the underwater section of the game. And so I decided to put a little pink starfish man here at the very edge.
Well, there you go. So thank you for letting me notice that the sub thing is broken. Just refreshed it, so we should be good, hopefully. I think this should mean I'm out on like the west coast.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
It
now
is-
you're due south of the Tinjaw.
This is what I meant by like I didn't want to open the world map and spoil these walking onto these scenes. I can walk onto it a lot more literally than I thought, actually. Helio inversion battery.
So this is the Skyper that they've been mentioning. You'll hear more about it as you go into Tinjaw itself. Ooh, the thing. Does not look like a friendly thing.
No, I'm just gonna stick with the
Oh
fish.
yeah, they've got gallery entries for all these as well.
That's true. I gotta start flipping through all of this stuff here.
Oh yeah, the gallery would have told us that Greeks has immunity to days. Yeah.
lot of defense right now.
Yeah, you'll notice with these underwater creatures, they do have. They'll start getting access to bigger numbers.
Mm.
So that means that they will defend and attack for a bit more. But this is, you really only encounter them in bulk starting chapter 3. So at that point, you'll have a much more robust way to deal with them. These introductory cards will be out of the deck and replaced with a lot stronger fare.
Yeah.
Oh, he explodes too.
Well, he's not gonna.
Nope. Oh.
This seems fancy.
Yeah, spray's a bit of a
Ooh.
monkey's paw.
3 damage to each enemy. Increase your beta. Become blind.
Yeah, it doesn't blind the enemies, it blinds you.
Blinds me.
So it's sort of a double-edged sword. Sling and bolt are both really, really good. I don't know which one would be better in this situation. Probably sling because you don't have a red trinket right now.
That is true. I'm beginning to feel the spears still being in the deck.
The Cosmos. Well, the card removal will take care of that.
Let's see.
So next time you hit up and in.
We got a lot more here now.
Yeah, nearly filled up the first page. That's good.
One squirt.
Got a squirp.
Deck type trapper. Live, or at least with a protective shell of living flesh covering it. Intelligence enough to know when to set traps and respond when triggered, but with no sense of self-preservation. This poison spray appears to have an anesthetic origin, causing confusion and inaction when absorbed through the skin and or lungs. Frightening beast.
That's squirp. Anchovy.
Great destabilization period separated by machines into 4 distinct sub-periods, each characterized by the technological innovation that brought them about. The third of these was rebiomachination, the introduction of living tissue to hosts that had previously rejected it. Anchovy has biomechanical gills that filter electrolyte-rich water into positive and negative charge carriers, allowing it to power itself as it swims. However, this process is unstable, and too much energy capture will cause the battery packs to rupture.
Ah.
Okay.
Ergo the explosion.
That explains it. Jellyfish friends. The nearest home sleep pod system. Sleep aid for any time, anywhere, any child. What ended up in the ocean is a mystery. This is how it came to be loaded with explosives. The original Earth had no AI or even an operating system to speak of. Its ongoing manufacture and use as a weapon of war is also hard to explain. This is a very good description. I am enjoying reading these.
Oh, that's a nasty one too. Idle is a terrible card.
Time, machine sought dominion over the planet and all living things there. In pursuit of this, main designs were a prototype that aimed to be psychologically disrupt living opponents, either by way of their nightmarish looks or by subtly altering the brain chemistry of nearby intelligent life. This thing attempts to do both, and achieves this with varying rates of success. So don't be surprised if after an encounter with one, you forget how to use one or more of your cards.
Deck type bad doctor.
That's the worst kind of doctor.
That is the worst kind of doctor.
Well, see, now this one's nice and weak today's. Active ruler of the seas. Immersion victor in the drone wars during the destabilization periods. Onboard manufacturer of powerful mirrors. Well, okay, I think we've solved that mystery of who's making those. Is without peer and machine-to-machine combat. By extension, living beings that encounter it will find it most formidable. our shrieks. Keep hitting the V key because that's where my finger is. You got quite a number of things here, actually. Search raising young building shelters, manufacturing and using tools, engaging in simple forms of social intercourse with both living and machine intelligences. Her machine parts are fully analog, with no software component. She bears no hallmarks of biological intervention. Therefore possible that she is nature's second unaided attempt at producing intelligent life. Notably, she is also extremely aggressive and territorial and has been known to chase intruders for up to 4 kilometers.
Yeah. So once Greeks is activated, it will not stop chasing you. I say that, but there are certain actions that you can take that will cause all enemies to stop chasing you, like running from a certain fight. Or anytime you run from a fight, it'll deactivate all the enemies and cause them to return to their origins. So. All right.
I feel like the Subnaught did not have that much defense before.
Nope, they're going to as you encounter them, they're going to start increasing they're going to change their tactics. So if you've got strong attacks and the Subnaught was taken out without damaging you, then the next Subnaught has the potential to have slightly more defense.
Okay.
Whereas if you were a turtler and defend, then it's possible that the Subnaught's attacks will start to get stronger.
Jeez.
So we know that Subnaught's weak to daze. That's a good start. Oh, good. It cleared its defense. Yeah, I hear you on the clearing of the spear. There's a inn right at the top of the map. Just like 2 screens north of you, I think.
Get rid of you while I can.
So Nereus's will not start to explode until round 6, which gives you a little bit of time to get your legs underneath you before they start blowing up. Model will get you a free card. Well,
Right,
and rest will bump your alpha and beta. Yeah, so this wait stat, the wait action is when Nereus would explode, but it's too early in the fight.
Well, a little breather never hurts.
And like I said, the battle board is 61.5 or 63.5 kilobytes, I think, right now. We're hitting right up against that 64K. Over the course of the game, 257K of code will pass through this board. And it does that by loading and unloading code using the load command and then destroying the objects containing the code.
That is a significant amount. I haven't actually looked. I gotta like pop open just one of these files and see what it looks like. I'll have a good.
Yeah, this was one of the benefits of doing it in a card game style, is that there was the ability to do a lot of standardization.
Oh, definitely, yeah. Okay. Give me something good.
Oh, nice.
Yes, that's good.
And then you can daze down the other Nereus and take away its defense.
We're surviving attacks.
Yeah. But yeah, I didn't have to like so for the cards themselves, the fact that I didn't have to draw individual art or come up with individual logic to render each one was a huge help.
Oh yeah, yeah.
'Cause,
Just
I
focus
had
on
an earlier open world prototype where everything was different and I created unique art for every single one of the individual items to be used, and it was just really starting to drag.
I mean, even just cramming it on the screen, like 7 cards on screen at once is a good number. Now unless you're doing some very tiny art there. Or some very tall cards.
Yeah. Oh, nice. Way. So up north here is a dead end.
What's this thing? I
Yep.
see.
Yep. You'll get the G2 key card fairly early on in chapter 2, depending on how you play. Of course, it's
Alright,
Oh,
let's
yeah.
try a different direction.
No, that should be fine. You just stay out of the ring of X's.
Oh, well.
Oh, here's some new guys.
Iris.
Yep. Iris is I think the second or third enemy. It was part of the very, very early beta. So, luckily it's undergone a little bit of a spiffing up from the original design. But this was one of the ones that if you do end up looking in the code, you'll see that the internals of it look a lot different because it was before I really understood what I was doing and before I hit my stride. So
Yeah, so it's the first draft enemy, essentially.
yeah. So the internals of this one are relatively unchanged from the beta. The other enemies, the Zroid and the Myrmidon, were the other two enemies in the very, very first of the sort of alphas that got sent out. They both underwent major surgery on the inside for a number of reasons. One, because they needed to be retuned and sort of balanced for where they were in the game, because they're both Chapter 1 enemies, and in particular, Myrmidon had way, way too much health for that part of the game. So they ended up getting modernized just by virtue of I was in there mucking around anyway.
Yeah.
So you can burn one of your blue trinkets, and that'll take most of the sting out of this attack.
Blue was 5 defense.
So you'll take 2 instead of 7.
Let's go.
And since its benefit doesn't stack with itself, you don't lose anything by going from 2 to 1.
That's helpful, at least. Okay. Sound like quite a number of beeps. Ah, because we had some 3D talk. I'm sorry, I thought that was your game. I was worried I made a horrible mistake.
No, not in this case. The one of the things that you might notice is at the beginning of the fights, there are different fanfares that play. The fanfare is determined by the middle enemy in the fight, and they're individual 2 enemies. So In the gallery, there are 48 enemies, and then there are a couple of enemies that are not listed, like the dummy. So I think in total there are 51 fanfares that can play at the beginning of the fight.
Goodness.
But some of them are very hard to get because there's some of these enemies really like to appear as sort of auxiliary side enemies, like the claw.
Yeah.
It can be hard to make them featured creatures. I think it is possible to hear every fanfare, but I don't honestly know that for certain. Oh. Not too bad. I gotta move this. I have the chat right where I would be seeing your alpha and beta levels. There we go. Okay, so your alpha and beta levels are still staying pretty high.
The sphere's still trying its best.
Yep. Oh. Fade. Fade is a very useful skill. You tap C.
Fade one turn, draw one card, scrap. Enemies cannot damage you or cause. Yeah, I like this one already. It can become less effective.
Or cause status effects is the big one. But yeah, if you try and stack fade cards and you just fade turn after turn after turn, in the very late game, there are enemies that can break fade, but not till the very, very late game. Oh, heck yeah. There's a couple of bikers there.
Well, that's a fun team. I will cause these bikers to crash.
Yep. So these are the this is the last of the filter fights in chapter 1. After this, the difficulty level doesn't increase until the boss, and the boss is very, very soon.
That does save me from the stats, actually. That is useful.
Ooh, yep. Oh, doubly useful.
Even more useful,
yeah. The summon as well.
Alright. Yeah, like I figured, as soon as the cards start getting a little more than your deck just being like attack, like then the pieces start actually coming together, really. I'm definitely playing cards significantly faster than last week.
Yeah, it's there is a little bit of a learning curve. I feel like it does ease you into it not too bad, just based on watching incoming video from the testers. It feels like people do end up picking up speed right around the time that they finish chapter 1. So this is usually when folks kind of hit their stride.
I do have a shock in here.
And you've got rest as well, which bumps your alpha.
Bolt seems to be the way to go there. Let me check this. This is smaller.
That's a transfuser. This is another one of these transfusers. You've already
okay. So they're everywhere.
You probably will end up wanting to visit that after fighting the boss, depending on how well things go.
Hmm.
Oh, so here's the raid tower that you were sent to investigate.
What do you want to do with this? Is that a barcode?
That is a barcode.
It's definitely
It
a
doesn't
barcode.
have this. It doesn't have the CRC. It doesn't have the CRC bar at the end, the redundancy check bar, so it wouldn't be scannable by a bar scanner, barcode
Oh,
scanner.
well, okay, I'm putting my phone down now then. Sorry.
I know. That's my B. I didn't have the mental wherewithal to make them actual scannable.
No, actually, with Wii, we'd be able to do a better job. But I know I did do a QR code generator script for ZZT before. And like
Yep.
the smallest size is like one more line than a scroll could actually fit. It would still usually work, but it
Oh
ended up
yeah.
just being like clumsy because it was just the tiniest bit too small.
Yeah, Assy mentioned something that I hadn't really thought about, but the scroll's width and height are set once, but if you made them dynamic instead of
Hmm.
instead of a const, you could create scrolls of any size, and the code base is already there to adapt to scrolls of about any size. So, not for Weave necessarily, but for maybe a hard fork of ZZT.
Hmm.
That's a possibility.
Yeah. Let's bust on in.
Nope.
Arf.
Instead, you must deal with Marv. What you got
I'm
for us,
excited to
Marv?
find out what this stands for after the fight.
Well, I guess you could find out now.
Are you able to look?
Yeah, he's
As
already in the gallery.
oh, wow. All right, Marv, what's your deal?
Marv is,
This
is a
this could be
taser
useful
baton.
information actually. Fade is less effective. Crowd control bot from another world. Began his career in the nightclubs of Daikon 5. Doing unruly patrons had overindulged in the local intoxicant of choice, Oxo. When ZOZ destroyed all life on Daikon 5, Marv accepted his offer to travel to other worlds as part of the ZOZ retinue, serving its will and subduing life forms on dozens of other worlds since. Well, that didn't answer my question.
No, sadly, it didn't. Unfortunately, it's an acronym in a language which no longer exists. So Marv's taser baton is about to.
Oop, well, you know what? New stream. Oh god, please. There we go. Let's mix it up a little. I'm gonna just close my eyes here. Will, you say when.
When?
Works
All
for
right.
me. We're significantly more buff now, goodness. There we go.
Nice. Well, that should help us deal with Marv here. So
Hopefully.
I suppose a taser will take out a buff guy just as easily as our kung fu noodle. Well, that's a good start. A circumspect Marv is better than an aggressive Marv.
Oh, yeah, that's the unity. Okay. Oh, the one time my alpha is like nothing. So good.
Nice.
It's better than nothing.
Let's see. Yep, that'll help when that bolt comes around again. Not bad. Avoiding Marv's taser is usually pretty difficult. It tries to open hard with it, but
There we go. There we go. Goodbye,
we
Marv.
Oh, Marv was a bust.
One coin. You're not kidding.
He gets paid in suffering.
Mm.
Oh, there's something nice. There's a fire up there. Oh, and the raid array. Yeah, so this is what you're supposed to investigate.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess that's to be expected.
Still awesome. Yeah, well, what's on fire? Mm.
Yeah, you've got a pretty good deck for taking these guys out. Nice strong attacks and defense cards. Okay, so yeah. Well, you got a couple choices. You could evade here, and then you would have a couple of seconds where they would sit and not attack again. You could run past them and maybe get to the you could maybe get to the passage on the other side,
Mm.
and you might be able to get back and through if you were lucky before they started coming at you again, because you have maybe 4.5 seconds. So if you were really quick about it, you could evade, quickly run past them, and then run back before they reactivated.
That's putting a lot of faith in me.
All right.
Zip zapping.
It's like they're it's like Knight Rider's not summoning. That's a good sign.
Oh, he is now.
Speak of the devil.
Hmm. Oh,
And the
looks like
devil
he's
summons
he's
another
gonna
skeleton.
get away with it too. Oh, okay. I can deal with a marauder. These works here.
Not too bad. Now he's in full zip zap mode. He's just gonna keep going to town. Yeah, he's basically stuck in a loop of zip zapping.
Well, as long as I keep getting defense here.
Yep. Excellent. That also works. Sweet.
Coup de grace. Abandoned chest, okay.
So Surge is super weak. But either bolt or taser would work really well here. Bolts, you have, you see the disadvantage is that if it comes up early,
Yeah.
it doesn't have maximum effectiveness. But those nines later on can be really, really valuable, especially in a longer fight, and you're about to go fight the boss, which is a longer fight. So, but if you get the opportunity to pick up a taser again,
Key card.
oh yeah, so key cards. This is what you use C for outside.
C. Oh, okay.
So yeah, so we've got a couple of little places. You see a claw excavator. You've cleared out all the enemies from. There's one enemy sitting in the sort of eastmost corner of Tinja, but otherwise you're free to roam around. And that is a merchant slash inn there in the middle of town.
TV
There's a
here.
nice stained glass window. I guess yeah, it may be a TV.
Very good lighting effect. Uh-oh, this seems a bit more important than the TV. Last recording of Father Rin. First wave caught us unprepared. By the time the second wave came, too few of us were left to resist. We tried to send out help on the raid, but the raid signal was jammed.
Yeah, as we noticed.
Scoundrels, taking whatever wasn't nailed down. Nasty piece of work called Steelman stole one of their helio inversion batteries from out of the Skyper, leaving the villagers in Delunos no way to return to the surface. Steelman buried itself underground directly beneath the raid tower. If you find this recording, please restore power to the Skyper and save the people of Dalanos. When you find them, tell them Father Rin was thinking of them until the end. Oh.
So Father Rinnan's told us a few useful things. We've seen that helio inversion battery shaped hole in the thing by the beach, so we know where the Skyper is at and what it's missing. And now we know where Steelman is. It's buried directly beneath the raid tower. If we can just get under there somehow.
Armors go with fine powder unaffected by rust. These coatings are difficult for machines to produce, and notably are reserved for only the most precious tools. Never seen these coatings applied to such a mundane piece of equipment. There's something rare about this excavator. More worryingly, have the machines improved their methods, and weatherization was now simple enough to be commonplace. Wayside relied on rust and salt water to weaken would-be attackers. A new generation of machines impervious to these would be bad news indeed.
Oh. Hello, Gold Buick.
Hello, welcome.
Ah, sparked.
Oh goodness. Okay, don't do what
I
did.
Good. So, Key the Metal Idol is here.
Flame key. Yeah. Did what it said. Oh no, what's going on down there?
Not
But also
much.
up there. I have many questions about this board.
Okay, so we will fight the last guy in Tinja. This is the Myrmidon, the aforementioned Myrmidon. So before, Myrmidon had something like 60 health. And
This
it was
seems
just
to be a bit of a change.
Yeah, that was maybe the most common complaint in the very first earliest betas was, wow, this guy takes forever to kill. So we changed him around a little bit. We gave him a different attack set, and we made him a little easier to kill. He's super weak to daze,
Oh.
which yeah, we'll find out in the gallery entry. But just you can sort of open it up by taking most of the sting out of his initial attack here.
Charging up. Oh.
So now he'll stay pretty vulnerable for the next few turns, which will be nice. And to give you a chance to build up some alpha. And give you a chance to deal with this Marauder. Oh, perfect. Give you a chance to take him out before he ever gets to his nasty attacks. That's lovely.
It's a good design, TGH. Very, very wiggly. Oh.
Nice.
Other bolts.
Oh, you're really going crazy with the bolts. Oh, guard is your Chipmunk quest card.
Take your word for it. What else do we got here? Brother Albert. Locate more turtles.
Yep.
Get in here.
Oh, nice. Some
Purple.
keys. We love keys.
Everyone loves a
and
good
purple keys. We love most of all.
Exactly. I will be right back. I'm just going to run a quick ad break. Will take a minute.
Sharp. There we go. I have a chat message there. Hello. Hi. This is is to enjoy it at this link. I will link in chat. Need to link it. I linked it. Awesome.
Alright, I'm back.
Sweet. So we've got a couple of different ways that we can sort of round this out. You've got a quest card for Chipmunk, so if you want to try and dodge through the enemies to the east, there's a hole in the fence there, which is this little curly Q in the fence, gives you a chance to bust through. East is Chipmunk, that will give you a chance to swap out that guard for something, well, a little bit of cash. And then if you dodge enemies there and back, you can go into the merchant there in the center of Tinjaw, which will, you've got 500 coins, so you can
Do have money.
be really spendy. So that's one option. You could also just go straight for the boss, which is accessible to you right now via that purple key that you have.
Make a run for it. That way I can swing by that merchant also.
So something that is in the help files here, the context sensitive help. If you tap H, it may say something about it. I think it's in the overview. Oh no, yeah, it'd be in the overview.
Okay.
Maybe not. Maybe it's in the other one of the bit of help there. Yeah. Key information. Okay. Might be something here. Oh. Okay, I'm not sure where it is, but this is where I would have expected it to be. But the edges of all the boards are dead zones, and if you haven't already activated enemies, then enemies won't activate as long as you stick to the edges.
Ah, okay.
It won't save you in all circumstances, but it'll be helpful in a number of them.
That's generous.
I'll have to figure out where that is. I kind of want to make sure that that's highlighted. So I don't know if I will. I guess when I fix that typo in the merchant. Oh yeah, there it is. Tips and tricks.
Oh yeah, there we are. Okay, we found it. Hydrate. I can hydrate. I hydrated during the ad break, but I can always do with more water.
Dual hydration.
That's right. Are you beholden to these?
I can't see them.
Ah, well, I guess that makes it a challenge.
But if I hear that one's happening, then I'll definitely follow along. That's probably still the best route.
Back the way we came, yeah. Especially since I don't actually know the other way to go. I got yeeted.
Nice. Well, that transfuser will do you some good now.
That would actually be helpful, more damage. Yes. Yeah,
it's sort of weird. It has a sort of it's a squishy, fuzzy logic. It sort of tries to identify whether you've taken sufficient damage. If you haven't taken enough damage since the last time you entered a transfuser, then it'll just give you a headache.
Oh no. Alright. Everyone loves a good electrochem.
All right. Okay, so Yeah, we get to find out what those fires are all about. That'll be useful, and you've got that merchant in the middle of town as well.
Which of these was it? That's the one.
Yeah, there's never a reason not to at least do a short rest. You get it for free.
Shall do so.
If
Alright.
if you've got like 99 health, which is the maximum you can have in the game, then that won't pop up and it'll just let you go straight to the merchant.
That seems like quite the challenge.
So that can be a nice one to save your bacon.
Useful. We've got a bajillion of these already, but it's gonna be. I'm gonna finish this game, and I'm still gonna be looking up what each of these do. My brain refuses to process this.
Yeah, so as long as this one stacks up to 3 times, I think. Is that what it says?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah, it's sort of partially obscured. Okay, there we go. Yeah, so as long as you got 3 of these,
Yes, we're
you're pretty much good to go.
good on that. And some beta. And a whole bunch of helpful stuff.
You can reclaim your red trinket here. That could be very useful, especially since you've got like 3 bolts.
Yeah, that is true. That's a definite.
And you can reclaim that purple trinket too.
Just barely.
I'd say it's worth it because you have other card removal which is coming up.
Alright.
Even though it leaves you without the ability to remove cards right here, you won't have to there before you hit the boss. You're gonna have another couple of card removal opportunities. So, yeah, we can head into the basement where that fire was. This the red passages,
Yeah.
and then head to the left. But fires are card removal, so this is your chance to say goodbye to the spear.
Adios.
Probably the disc at this point. I don't know.
Oh, I kind of like that one.
Disc
Or no, I'm
disc is,
thinking model, sorry.
model is good. Disc is really good if you have a yellow trinket, but it hasn't really worked out where you've stacked a whole bunch of money to be able to afford one. Every once in a while, I would say maybe one game in 15, you get enough early coins to get an early yellow trinket, and then disc is just a real star.
Snorp here is
It
in
is
chat.
indeed. It is indeed possible to destroy all your cards, and then that next fight is a very interesting fight because you have no attack, and so they will just sit there and wail on you until you die.
So don't do that.
Yep.
Ooh,
The
this is a
game
big
will...
fellow.
There he is. Somebody buried underneath the trade tower. Oh, excellent.
I think we're good for more of these.
And do more of those. That taser might be good. I don't remember what other you may have too many attack cards for your defense. But you've got another spear, so that other fire will be helpful to get rid of that. But I guess that doesn't really leave you with an overabundance of attack cards. So yeah, maybe the cyan trinket's the way to go. And you can do the thing. Oh, it made a noise.
Hmm.
So yeah, you can drop that other spear, and then it's just going into the basement of the raid tower.
Okay.
All right. You are really well prepared. I think this is a pretty ideal state to be fighting the first boss in. You're trinket rich. You've had a couple of really good drops. You've got some strong attacks. Only thing that would make it better is if you had some early success with morph cards.
All right. Let's see what we got.
Pizza box?
Oh, well.
Hey, buddy. Huh.
I just want to note that hey jerk face is the default. I will go with the good old bleep bloop. Mm.
He speaks Italian. Any Italian speakers in chat? Sventura, disgrazia?
Would be news to me. Let's rumble.
All right, we ramble.
Oh.
Yeah, I guess
I
I
figured
tried.
as much.
Yeah, it gives you a chance to. You'll definitely want to clear out your scrap cards early. The key, though, that's going to be really useful later on. That one you'll want to hang on to most likely. There's a good chance that it'll come up in a critical moment. That's not too bad. Weak plus plus is actually, with the strength of your attacks, is not that devastating.
Mm.
Also, a little green thing is hanging in the air. There's a visual glitch there.
Oh, that's not supposed to be there? Oh.
No, that's an animation glitch. I didn't to get that when I get the typo.
So actually, how is that? No, never mind. That's like all just going to be objects. I was just thinking like, wait, how's that working with like your character palette and your colors, your character portrait? Sorry. No, you get to do whatever you like.
Yeah, the portraits are all drawn um, by loading up an object, or I guess there's an object there, an invisible object in the top left corner of the portrait, which is projecting by running a particular object script.
Rugamai. Well, the days won't work, but I get.
A model will be helpful though. Sweet mustache.
Oh, yeah, that's a good chunk of the health. Dang. Knock him down. Okay,
Excellent.
well.
Well, it's all right. He's got a shield up, but he doesn't have much health left. It's a good start. You can. Yeah, and so his shield will stay up, but he's gonna do a lot of defending. He's not really gonna
Mm.
to be that active. Yeah, you're starting to get to the point where even that push card is kind of dead weight in the deck
Yeah.
until it gets cleared out. Ooh. Ooh, an 18. Very nice.
Pulls are paying off.
Yeah, once you got a red trinket, those bolts are just pure gold. He's fully charged now.
Not
That's
quite enough.
that's 17. You can only do 15.
Let me see if I can luck into something. Let me see if I can luck into something. Hey, I lucked into something.
Unfortunately, you already spent one of
Oh,
your
yes, never mind.
action.
Actually, I guess there wasn't really anything I could have lucked into.
No, the blue trinket. I guess you still just have the one. You only have the one. I thought you bought one at the merchant.
Didn't? No, I was like just flipping through all of them first before actually making the purchase.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll take some damage here.
That's okay.
It's inevitable.
I've been transfused.
Oh, well, here we go. Set him on fire.
This is getting very mutoid, man.
His little M frown.
I've made that face before.
Get some M's in chat. All right, well, he's on fire, so now he's really not going to be up to much. So yeah, I don't know. This is something that I always thought was missing from most sort of old school and even new school boss battles. But like if you're wailing on this thing, there really ought to be a point at which you've reached a tipping point and you've got the upper hand, and your opponent gets weaker and weaker as you get stronger and stronger, as opposed to this continually escalating difficulty. Oh, this is a sort of winding down or victory lap phase where
It's nice.
yeah, and it plays into the story. It doesn't really, it doesn't, it doesn't like if you dilly dally, he will eventually start to recover. But if you're playing, a relatively strong game with a strong deck, then this is an opportunity to add a little bit more flavor to the fight. So you see, he's starting to recover. He's starting to build up. And he'll double his attack every 2 turns until you do finally defeat him.
I think that's a fun way to do it.
Yeah. So it starts at 0, then 1. Ooh. Fancy.
Burn them right down. Oh, well. Okay, this is an easy one.
Nice.
Actually,
Draw 2 cards.
So.
Now you can clear some more stuff out of your deck if you want. You'll have to at least drop one thing, because you do need that battery.
What do we got here? We have... There's the one.
Push and merge are both pretty weak.
Yeah.
Push probably more than merge.
There it is.
Oh, and you get a chance. You do have a chance to buy that blue trinket because there's a healer here.
Let's up on that. Well, that's gonna be our purchase.
Perf. Merchant man's easy thinks.
Optional fire, I see.
Yep, just in case, because that second phase, he can dump a bunch of bad cards into your deck. You haven't.
Okay.
You had really strong attacks coming into the fight, but if he weakens you in that first fight and you sort of stacked a bunch of weak and you can't do any damage, then if you dilly dally in the second phase, then he'll start filling up your deck with error cards, which suck. Oh, you did it.
Can I get a bonus, actually? Okay. Oh, good. He's even animated here. I'm pleased by this.
That was an unintended side effect.
Possible beginnings as a private security vehicle, numerous vents, pumps, and other vestigial attachments point to a accelerating origin.
He is a Roomba.
Good for him. He should be.
He has achieved his vital form. Oh, look, Maraudist appeared in your gallery. That's fun.
More advanced but related model Maraudus can be identified by his golden headgear. Is there a boss gallery? I'm just curious.
There's no boss gallery, unfortunately.
Okay. Space exit. There we go. I just need to read. Alright, we got the battery. Oh.
Hello, lady. She'll want us to report in on everything we've found.
I mean, we've been a little overdue on that, so I can't blame her. Yes, child, an awful thing they've been keeping underground. They're just scavengers, Colonel Violet. They're not the ones who did this. What you found out? Not much. The people are gone. The raid towers are picking up that Raid towers are picking up that strange sound too, every frequency. Buildings have all been cleaned out, though that may have been the scavengers. Without this battery, the people of Dalanos are stranded up above. Indeed, go restore it then and find out what the people of Dalanos are doing. Maybe they saw something up there that will help us understand the fate of these villagers. I will, thank you.
Sweet. So we pop in that battery and chapter 1 is done. So we're getting toward the end here.
Good riddance.
Good riddance indeed. When was the last time you saved? I guess it hasn't been that long.
I think I did actually in the merchant there, but
oh yeah.
So, this thing was the thing I wanted to destroy. Yes.
There it is.
This thing. That's the thing.
That's the thing. All right, now we can reactivate the Skyper.
Uh-oh. That's a good effect.
Sweet.
Well, in we go.
Up we
There
get.
I go. Intermission.
There we go. This is the end of chapter 1. Feel free to save here. And I know we're sort of at time.
Yeah.
But this is just a memory of Father Coracle from your childhood, from back in the day.
We'll be looking forward to seeing this in a bit. That was the worst part of this week. After that first stream, the next day I was like, I want to keep playing, but then I'm gonna know what happens for the stream, so I can't. It's gonna be on to another wait for me. Maybe I'll try and force Gate to play this. Yeah, he actually seems kind of interested in this. He's probably just worried because he has never actually played a ZZT game yet.
That is a shocker. Revelation of the year 2022.
I've yet to force him. Although we did talk. I did say at one point, like, hey, if I ever did something like, if we get X subscribers to the channel or something, would you play a game on stream? And he's like, heck yeah. So.
Oh, sweet.
We'll see what next year brings us, because I am trying to overhaul some of the stream stuff a bit. Gate is my partner. Sorry. He is usually here today, but not today because of holiday scheduling. What's the number? Oh, I mean, we'd have to decide, but I do have some not yet showing stuff implemented to start like tracking followers and bits and all that usual stream stuff in that little top line on the stream that normally doesn't do much. But alright, that is gonna do it for tonight. Thank you all for watching. Hope you all had fun with this. I know I did. It's clicking a lot more. I know what cards I should be playing most of the time, not all the time, but getting better. Still deathless. I don't know how long that's gonna last.
Who knows? I mean, this is a really strong start. You've got a great deck to finish out chapter 1, so could definitely continue to go from strength to strength. Everything depends on the drops you get in chapter 2.
So we will be looking forward to that next Friday, the usual time, 6 o'clock Pacific. I will not be streaming again this Sunday for New Year's Day. That's going to be my last little holiday break, but Sunday after that we'll get back and we'll play some more unpreserved stuff as well. Will, if you got anything else you want to say?
Just as always, hit us up at meangirls@itch.io. I already linked ZOZ in the chat, but
and here's that same link again.
Thanks for streaming. Thanks for having me on. If you continue to unlock the mysteries of ZOZ, feel free to give me a call anytime. I'm happy to chat you up.
All right. Thank you for being with us, Will, and letting me know all the secrets to ensure my deathless run. I appreciate it.
Well, we haven't gone to the big secret yet, but if it gets dicey, we'll definitely go for that one as well.
What's that noise? Okay, all the good stuff. All right, I'm gonna end our call with Will, and we'll switch to the regular old stream credits so I can give all our patrons their thanks. Will, one last time, thanks for being on, and I shall hear from you again next week.
All right, catch you later.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye. All right, he's gone. That will do it for today. As I said, back again in a week for more ZOZ. And then for January, we're gonna start doing some more unpreserved games once again. We've still got plenty in the queue. We've got a long ways before we're actually out of those. If we can hold out until May, I'll start playing Star Wars games again. I can't believe it's been like close to a year of doing the unpreserved game streams. We've seen a good amount of stuff. Anyways, if you enjoy the streams and such, that's okay, Snorp. Hey, if anybody who misses anything and wants to see the whole thing start to finish, All of these end up on YouTube, usually within a day or two. Sometimes I'm terrible and forget for like a week, which I think was actually the case with the first VOD for ZOZ, but I'll try not to. Try not to forget. In addition, we've got our usual links here at the end. Of course, you can visit museumofzzt.com to get... Actually, this game's not on there. It is solely on itch for the time being, where it is pay what you want. But the museum's got thousands of other games that are very much available. Playable online as well. This is all patron-funded. I suppose Twitch-funded also if you're subscribing, but, you know, any support is greatly appreciated. It is 2022 and the rent only goes up, unfortunately. But if you do happen to enjoy the stream and are able to kick around $1 or $2, it is greatly appreciated. You can always do Amazon Prime subs on Twitch, and that's one free a month, and it's real money for me. Also, for 2022, I'm trying to move to other sites than just Twitter for things. That's still a work in progress, and I'm going to actually have to update this screen because that's only linking to Twitter. But we are also, the bot at least, is also on botsin.space at Worlds of ZZT. And there's a co-host that isn't going to get used until there's a proper API. And there we go, Goldbioke out there, doing some last-second gift subs. And sound effects aren't playing for them, unfortunately. But thank you all for the subs, thank you all for watching. I hope to catch you all later. See ya.